Hello, fans and freaks. I am Dat Hippie, and this is another video that I had no plan for. Pretty much, let me give the rundown. About 5 hours ago, I went out on social media on my Dat Hippie page, and I asked people to ask me just random ass weird questions that I had to answer truthfully in this video, and I'm going to do that now. I've gotten about 11 here because I have like 11 fans, but I've got 11, and I'm gonna answer them truthfully, honestly, and maybe this will be funny, maybe this won't. I'm not sure, but I figured it'd be a good idea. Maybe just some of these are weird, but right off the bat, I already get one that I've gotten quite a lot in the past. Are you gay? And I'm gonna give you the same damn answer I've said my whole fucking life. I'm not gay. There's nothing attractive with the male body. We are disgusting. We're gross. There's nothing attractive with men. I honestly think all women should just fuck women because women are far more beautiful than men are. All right, on to the next question. If you could bring back anyone who is wait, if you could bring anyone back to life, who would it be? I wouldn't bring anyone back to life because, in my personal belief, if you've passed on, then you've passed on. It's a one-way road. Once you're gone, you're gone. And whether it's for better or for worse, I wouldn't want to interrupt their peace just to bring someone back, even if they are like incredibly close to, like my best friend John, or my uncle Tommy, or my grandma. I wouldn't bring them back because they've passed on. They lived a good life and they passed on, and they're in peace now. They're at peace now. I wouldn't want to disrupt that. And hell, I wouldn't bring back any like political leaders either because they've passed on. They've earned their rest. They've earned their rest, and I just wouldn't. I wouldn't. That's my answer. I wouldn't bring anyone back to life. There you go. I hope that answered your question, Terry. Okay. Jonathan asked, Nintendo or Sega? I'm not sure how old you guys think I am, but I'm 19. The whole Nintendo Sega rivalry thing happened before my time. I was a Sony kid. First game system I had was a Sony PlayStation 1. Uh, I guess I play more Nintendo games now, so I guess Nintendo. I mean, I like Smash Brothers. Does that count? Is that is that what you meant? I mean, but then again, I do like Sonic. But Sonic went. Really, only good Sonic games are like the first two. Yeah, I'm not sure what the hell you mean by that. Okay. Next question is Michelle asks, "Do you do drugs?" Does this count? If this doesn't count, then no. But if this counts, then yeah. My sister's sneezing. Someone's talking about her. Behind her back. Saying really mad things. Bad things. Brain. Brain, why you no work? Okay. So, no, I don't do drugs. I drink caffeine. That's it. I don't do drugs. I don't condone the uses of drugs, but I don't do it. It was never anything I ever wanted to do. So yeah. Uh, Lindsay asks pop or hip hop. Being completely honest here, I thought they were the same thing. I don't know the difference between pop or hip hop, and I don't listen to either one, apparently. I listen to rock and roll music and heavy metal. So my answer to pop or hip hop is metal. Mike asks, red or blue? Purple, because it's right in the middle. Ty asks, Disney or Pixar? To be completely honest, I don't have a preference over Disney or Pixar in animated movies. I don't really watch that many movies. So, again, I'm going to go completely third option here and say Square Enix. Yeah. Juice asks, Cloud Strife or Squall Leonhardt? They're both whiny bitches. So I propose a third answer. Cecil Harvey. Or is it pronounced Cecil Harvey? Is it Cecil or Cecil? This is like the whole Titus Titus thing all over again. I think it's pronounced Cecil Harvey, but I might be wrong. It could be Cecil. DJ asks, digital or vinyl? Do I look like a fucking hipster to you? I'm not gonna go out of my way to make sure everything I have is on vinyl. I'm not that kind of man. If I want to listen to music, I want to listen to it now, and I'm going to get on my Spotify, I'm going to listen to my rock and roll jams, and if I happen to have a couple vinyl records, which I do, I will pop them on a turntable and listen to them, because vinyl sounds better. So, I guess the answer to this question is I don't give a shit. Either or, it's all your own personal preference. If you prefer vinyl, then listen to vinyl. If you prefer digital, listen to digital. If you like CDs, listen to CDs. I don't give two shits. It's music. To be completely honest, I prefer to make music instead of listening to it. I like playing on my bass guitar. I liked playing on my cello. I like playing music, but listening to music does help me relax. So I don't have a preference over digital, CD, or vinyl. I don't care. I listen to my music any way I can get my music, pretty much. So yeah, nothing like that. And then, final question. Kim asks, why did I start YouTube? You know, Kim, I don't know why I started YouTube. To be completely honest, I had this, before I ever started making videos, I think I had this profile a good 2 or 3 months before I started making videos. I guess I started simply so I could get my, a message out there. I'm pretty sure that's why. Because my first couple videos on here were just talking, and they didn't make it very far, so I decided to switch gears and go to video games and do something that I actually care about, playing video games and talking nerdy stuff, which apparently a lot of people like me when I talk nerdy. I'll talk nerdy to you, baby. All night long. I'll whisper sweet nothings in your ear for a fortnight. Yeah. I just realized I look like a fucked up Fabio. I can't take myself seriously. No, I apologize if I sound weird, guys. I am still kind of sick. I am still kind of sick. It's been kind of blech these past couple days. I am currently, like, as I'm recording this, in the process of downloading Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII for my PlayStation emulator, so I can play that whenever I want. The problem is it's going to take me roughly about 5 hours, given the fact that it's a 1.3 gig game and I have a shoddy internet connection. So I mean, give or take, it'll take at least somewhere between like 5, maybe 6 hours to download that. And so, yeah, I just want to get on here because I got these weird ass questions from you guys. Seriously, what the hell? And seriously, what the hell was with Nia asking if I'm gay? I'm pretty sure I covered that like at least twice in every video, that I'm not gay. I am not gay, but I am not in a relationship. I like females. I like boobs. Boobs are nice. And asses. Asses are nice too. Yeah. I like cute asses. Like, I'm gonna stop this here in case my mom watches this video. Yeah, that's a good plan. I'm not gonna continue that conversation. So those were the questions that I had originally set out to make an entire video around. Obviously, there wasn't enough of them to make an entire video around. So that was a nice little segment of this. Just over there. And so what I wanted to do is I wanted to start a brand new series called Talk Nerdy. And so what Talk Nerdy is going to be is I'm just going to choose a random subject. It'll probably have something to do with a comic book that I grew up reading. And I'm going to talk to you guys about these things and try and see if any of you have anything to, like, kind of, what's the word I'm looking for here? Suggest me read. Any of you nerds out there, because I know there's a lot of you. Any nerds out there to think that I should read like this very specific Batman comic book or something, even though I don't like DC comics. I prefer Marvel over DC. It's a personal preference, really, and I'm not trying to say Marvel's better than DC because I don't care. It's just my personal preference. I tend to read more Marvel comics than I do DC comics. I mean, I've read a decent amount of DC comics. I mean, I like Sandman. I liked Batman Rises. What was that? It was it's the one where Batman beats Superman and has a female Robin. I don't remember what the hell it was called. I read Kingdom Come. I've read some DC comics, and they're not bad. I just prefer, like, Spider-Man or Venom or Iron Man. I really like Iron Man. Iron Man's awesome. Iron Man's cool. I like Iron Man. Yeah. But, yeah, so what I want to do is I want to talk about several nerdy things. They could be video games. They could be comic books. They could be anime. Anything that's classified as nerdy. And I wanted to talk about them, about what I liked about them, and then see if you guys could suggest something to me that I could occupy my spare time with. And so today is going to be Final Fantasy. And let me just halt you guys and tell you, the first Final Fantasy game I played was Final Fantasy VII. And it was so intense to my young mind, my little brain, that it blew my mind. I could not comprehend the amazingness that was Final Fantasy VII. And I realize now a lot of the amazing things that I had thought were in Final Fantasy VII growing up, after I had already beaten it and I stopped playing it, were nostalgia playing with my head. So yeah, I realize now that was it. But at the time, playing Final Fantasy VII was mind-boggling. The backgrounds were so gorgeous and beautiful. And when I grew up, graphics for video games weren't really that spectacular anyway. So the polygonal stuff, figures in the game, didn't really bug me when I was a kid. I mean, I was only born a year before Final Fantasy VII came out, but it was one of the first games I played as a kid. Because we had a Sony PlayStation 1 in my household, and we also had Final Fantasy VII. So when I was about 3 or 4, I picked it up, I put it in, and I enjoyed just murdering random monsters as they spawned. That was my Final Fantasy VII experience. I would just run around in random areas and murder the monsters. It's the one reason why I was so over-leveled by the time I made it to the late game, that I was just breezing through everything until I fought Sephiroth. I was over-leveled like the entire way through the game, guys, because all I did was I sat there and I would fight monsters until I could one-shot them. I would fight monsters, 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 fight monsters. Oh, go over here and heal real quick. Fight monsters, fight monsters, fight monsters, fight monsters, fight monsters, fight monsters, fight monsters. And it was nuts. And my stepdad, who was sitting there and watching me play this game, was like, "Son, you know you're supposed to go and do the story." And I'm sitting here like, "Nah, the story can wait. I'm gonna kill some monsters." And I fought monsters, fought monsters, fought monsters, fought monsters, fought monsters, until it got to the point where the battle would start, Cloud would go, and he would kill the big thing. Like, I got late game, and I remember late game, before I went and fought Sephiroth, Cloud could one-shot a Marlboro. Yeah, Cloud could one-shot a Marlboro with just a basic attack. It was hardcore. It was a pain in the ass to get to that point, and I probably spent a good extra 5 days worth of playing than what was actually in the game, which was quite large. The story was quite large in Final Fantasy VII. I believe there were 3 discs to Final Fantasy VII. If I'm not mistaken, I think there were 3 discs. Yeah, let's see. I think Final Fantasy VII had 3 discs. I'm pretty sure Final Fantasy VIII had 3 discs. Or was Final Fantasy... No, Final Fantasy VIII had 2 discs. I think, yeah, 2 discs. And Final Fantasy IX had 4. And then Final Fantasy X had 1. Fucking PS2. Technological boost the PS2 had was fucking glorious. But that wasn't the game that made me fall in love with the Final Fantasy series. The one that made me fall in love with the Final Fantasy series was Final Fantasy IX. I played Final Fantasy IX when I was roughly 7? I think 7. And Final Fantasy IX was the series that made me... I cared about the main character. Because in Final Fantasy VII, I didn't like Cloud. I thought Cloud was a little whiny punk. I liked Red 13, and I liked Vincent Valentine, and I liked Tifa Lockhart, and I liked Barrett, and I liked... I kind of liked Aerith. I liked Yuffie. Yuffie's awesome. I love Yuffie. Yuffie was my favorite character in Final Fantasy VII. And I don't remember how to get Yuffie in your party. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure you have to... I'm pretty sure you have to get her before you go to Jonin Harbor, but I don't remember. I have no idea. Which is going to be terrible if I actually do a goofing off with you guys in doing Final Fantasy VII, because I don't remember where to get Yuffie at. I really don't. I have no idea at all where to get Yuffie. I mean, I don't think she's a random encounter. Is she? Do you need certain party members in your party to get her? I don't remember. I really don't remember how to get Yuffie in your party. But yeah, I didn't like Cloud Strife as a main character in Final Fantasy VII. I didn't. He was whiny. He was unemotional at the most random times. I get the whole amnesia thing and him thinking that he's Zack Fair. But I didn't like that. I didn't like Cloud Strife. There was no part in the game that ever made me give a shit about what happened to Cloud. Cloud's backstory to me as a kid was boring compared to everyone else's. Everyone else had these amazing backstories. Like Tifa was Cloud's childhood friend who loved him with all her heart, and then her hometown was destroyed when Cloud returned and Sephiroth went evil, and Yuffie had to watch her home destroyed in the war between Shinra and Wutai, and Red is the last of his kind. It was experimented on by Hojo. Aerith is the last of the ancients being hunted down by the Shinra Corporation. Barrett lost his arm and his best friend, and everyone else has a better story than Cloud in that game. And that's what made the game likable for me. I liked the other characters' stories. I didn't like Cloud. I even liked Sephiroth more than I liked Cloud, and he's the fucking bad guy. The Final Fantasy VII does make you feel really sorry for Sephiroth. I mean, he'd been lied to and betrayed and used so many times that it makes you feel bad for the guy. I mean, come on. And then I played Final Fantasy IX. And Final Fantasy IX had a charismatic and an outgoing main protagonist in Zidane, the half-monkey thief guy. Well, I don't know. I'm not even sure if he's half-monkey. I just know he has a monkey tail. But he looks all human, but he's got a monkey tail. I'm not sure what the monkey tail's about, but hey, he was awesome. And so Zidane was so outgoing, so vibrant in comparison to Cloud Strife or Squall Leonhart, and I liked him. I liked Zidane. I liked Zidane more than I liked Dagger, and Dagger is like one of the most important party members you get in that game because she's your white mage and she's your summoner. So she's pretty damn important in the game, and I didn't like her at all. I didn't like Dagger. I didn't. I mean, I didn't really like I don't even remember the name of the knight. I liked Zidane and Vivi. That was it. Zidane and Vivi. Man, those two made my Final Fantasy IX experience, and I played through the entire 9 game. I never once got rid of Zidane or Vivi. They were always there, and I was like, trance. I mean, damn. Vivi can double cast Flare in trance. That is the shit. And if you don't know what trance is, or what double casting, or what Flare is, get the fuck off my channel right now, because you aren't nerd enough. You have to meet a certain nerd quota in order to be on this channel. My hair looks fabulous right now. Looks fucking poofy, and it's annoying. It's pissing me off. This is why I wear the beanie, so my hair doesn't go everywhere. But I'm not wearing it right now because someone thought that my hair was a wig. Yeah. Woo! Yeah, no. Not a wig. No. It's not a wig. It's real. It's real hair. And that really fucking hurt. Ow. Ooh. I hurt my head. I hurt me head. Me head hurt. Anyway, guys, that's all for this episode. I know it's a little bit shorter than the others, but this is probably going to be my only one that I do tonight. So, alright, all you guys, stay cool, stay in school, and stay away from them drugs. I'll see you guys later. The hippie is out.